A nurse at Chicago
Good morning,
Memorial
my
Hospital
precious
kept unusual hours
beauties.
like I did, and
Kooky Kelly
appreciated
here.
quiet companionship when our
Oh,
schedules
looking
aligned.
quite
We'd
kooky.
share coffee on Sunday mornings or the occasional weeknight glass of wine,
Yesterday
swapping
was a
stories about difficult attorneys
crazy
and
busy
demanding
day. Honey
patients.
Bunny's on
2
call.
weeks before the accident, I
Wow, my
received
hair
news
is
of a
gorgeous
promotion at work.
today, isn't it?
Junior paralegal to paralegal wasn't a
But
massive
anyway,
leap, but
he's
it
on
came with
call.
a 15%
He
raise
got called
and more
out
direct client contact. I was ecstatic and
Saturday
called my
twice,
parents immediately hoping finally to hear some validation.
Sunday
That's
twice,
nice, honey, my mother said distractedly.
and he's all week on
Listen,
call
we're
for the
just
rest of the
heading into a
weekend.
meeting
He
with
got
potential
called out
investors for our
early
new
this
office
morning.
location. Can we call you back?
So yeah,
They
I
never
was
did. When I mentioned the promotion to Grandpa
trying to
Sutton,
make
however,
sure that
he
he
insisted
ate
on taking me out to dinner at my favorite
before
Italian
he
restaurant
went,
to celebrate.
because I
I'm
know
so
he won't
proud of you,
eat
Elaine,
unless I
he
make
said,
him.
raising his
What
glass
the
of
hell
wine
is
and a
that?
toast. You've built this life on your own terms.
I don't know what
That
that
takes
was, but
courage.
anyway,
I
y'all.
didn't know then how much more courage I would
Today
need.
we're doing a Mod Podge of a little bit of
Change started
everything
normally enough.
that I was supposed to do
Wednesdays were called
Saturday, I
Tax
think.
day. Ironically, I'd stayed late at the office helping one of the partners
I don't
organize
remember, but
last-minute
anyway.
filings for clients.
I
By the time
listened
I
to
left,
this on
it was
YouTube.
after
There's
9 and a
stories
spring
about
storm had moved in.
crazy
Sending shivers of
families.
rain across the parking lot. Drive safe,
But I'm
Elaine
going to
Martin,
use
the senior partner,
Revolution.
called as I headed out. Thanks
Revolution.
for your help today. We're lucky to have you. Those words warmed me
Mavo.
as I dashed to my car holding my blazer over my head in a futile
Timo.
attempt to stay dry.
Another Revolution blush, because y'all know I love me some blush. I am going to use this CoverGirl Olay Advanced Radiance. It is a age-defying makeup sunscreen, broad spectrum SPF 10. It's in classic ivory. And I'm going to use this CoverGirl foundation as a, my nose is so cold, as a concealer. And then I'm going to use this Myco from Temu, the setting spray, as well as the primer. And then, of course, my Temu eye primer. And then we're going to use, oh, I got a headache in this side. Just all this, my sinuses are messing me up. And this is from Temu. And this is one of my favorite palettes. I got a lot of, all my palettes are my favorite because I chose them all. So, yeah. But anyway, let's get started. We'll do some eye primer. Do I use this for concealer or do I use, yeah, that's my concealer brush. This one is my, yeah, because it's so soft. The commercials on Temu are crazy, but y'all, the movies that you pay for, like on Netflix, you get them free on YouTube. You have to watch ads, but that's okay.
We're also closing in on 25 years since Bill Clinton tried to broker a deal between Israel and the PLO in the closing days of his presidency. Russell, I assume that you and John and Neil, I assume you also
I don't know what they're talking about.
Put forward by the White House. Formally, it is called the
Maybe I should go over there and skip the ad.
Russell, let's focus on that word enduring. You've looked at the plan, and my question to you, is it a plan that's designed to succeed or is it destined to fail?
Bill, thanks for having me for this discussion. The plan is complex and a lot of details remain to be.
Let me get me a makeup wand.
I don't want to throw cold
Y'all, I'm gonna have to
very important first step.
stab forks in my ears or go skip this. I'd rather skip it.
It expects the disarmament of Hamas. It expects the return of the bodies of the deceased hostages. It is fair.
The storm had intensified by the time I merged onto the highway windshield.
Sorry, y'all.
Struggling to keep up with the downpour. I reduced my speed, keeping a careful distance from the cars ahead. Safety first, my grandfather.
She got a new car and wrecked it. Well, it was a new used car, but any kind of car that you get, in my opinion, I don't care if it's used or not. If it's new to you, it's new.
A sudden swerve of headlights crossing the median. The horrifying realization that the truck was in my lane, heading straight toward me, and the split-second decision to wrench my steering wheel right. The impact came anyway. Metal tearing glass, shattering airbags.
Girl, sounds like to me you don't know how to drive. I have never had a ticket, y'all, in my entire life. I have been driving since I was 13. A stick, but now I can't drive a stick. It's a good thing Honey Bunny's truck is an automatic. But anyway, I have never had a ticket, ever.
My left leg was elevated, encased in some kind of brace. When I tried to move my right arm, nothing happened.
I was pulled over once, though,
A tall man in a white coat
with my
approached
baby
my
in the
bedside
car.
hand.
He was maybe
I'm Dr. Montgomery. You've been in an accident.
3
You're at Chicago Memorial
at
Hospital.
gunpoint.
How bad I managed to whisper through cracked lips. You've got 3 broken ribs,
At
a
gunpoint.
fractured femur, dislocated shoulder, and a concussion.
And he was new on the
Checking my vitals as he spoke. There's also internal
squad
bleeding
or
to address
vice or
safely.
whatever you want to call
You're
it.
actually quite lucky. The driver
And,
believed you didn't survive.
I just said, there is a baby in this car, you fucking idiot. How long have you been on the job? And I went up and talked to the supervisor in the company, and he got in trouble. I said, don't fire him, y'all need to teach him. So they taught him, but I didn't press charges against him because he was young and stupid and didn't know what the hell he was doing. But he did get in trouble. I'm using this color right here on my eyelid.
Requires family consent due to slightly higher risks.
A so
Hospital
pretty
policy,
color.
he added apologetically.
Wow. You
Is
see
there
the
someone we
difference?
can call?
These are 2 weirdly shaped or
Oh
odd
my God, it's already a
in
commercial,
regular
y'all.
bacon, but
On,
bacon is bacon, maybe.
I'm telling you, girl.
Uniform stores,
Um,
there's often trimmings
Misfit
left over. Misfits Market
meat.
works with Niman Ranch to package up all those delicious leftover
Ooh,
bits
that
and
does look
save
good.
them from going to waste. That's just one way Misfits Market delivers groceries you can feel good about. Sign up
Now they
today to
want you to
shop
pay
our best
high,
food
expensive
and high-quality
prices for
groceries delivered right to
your
door.
bacon that's not the way you want it. Y'all kiss my ass. Anyway, now we're going to go in.
Here's how you can save some of your time. The easiest way
I think for this darkest green here, because I haven't done green in a bit. And yeah.
It helps make your arguments more well-rounded and critical. If citations take up too much of your time, there is an auto citation tool that pops up when you have the extension installed. And yes, these are all free features. As you know, Grammarly can help you with email drafts. But if
Girl,
you
I
upgrade
don't
to Grammarly
need
Pro, you can get
Grammarly.
access to tools that can turn your wordy sentences
I'm almost 60. What the hell am I going to do with it?
a few clicks. And now, if you ever need to prove that your work is your own, they've added an authorship feature that shows whether you're
I need to redo my nails, y'all. This one's coming off at this part. And that's because I put oils and lotions on my hands because I want to put it on my
My
face.
parents, I said, automatically giving him their numbers. A kind-eyed nurse named Heather helped me make the calls after Dr. Montgomery left. My mother's phone went straight to voicemail. My father's rang several times before also switching to voicemail. I left increasingly urgent messages for both. Mom, it's Elaine. I've been in a car accident and I'm at Chicago Memorial. The doctors need your consent for surgery. Please call me back as soon as you get this.
Girl, your family sounds like a piece of shit.
I'm in the hospital after a car accident. They need your consent for emergency surgery.
Oh my
Please call
God.
the hospital if you get this. An hour passed. Heather helped me try again. And again. The pain was intensifying as the initial dose of medication wore off, but they couldn't give me more until they knew which surgical protocol they'd be using. Finally, my phone buzzed with a text. My father, just got your messages. Can't this wait? busy with the Henderson property showing.
Oh my
Big
God.
clients. Call tomorrow.
Oh my
I
God.
stared at the screen, unable to process what I was reading.
Your father's a
Heather,
piece
who
of
was
shit,
still
girl.
busy with her other duties, glanced at my face. Everything okay? She asked. Wordlessly, I showed her the phone. Her professional composure slipped for just a moment, shock flashing across her features before she recovered. Let me get the social worker, she said gently, squeezing my good hand. I tried
Now I'm
one more
going in for
desperate text.
this one.
Dad, I need emergency surgery. The doctors need consent now. Please come to Chicago Memorial ER. The response came 3 minutes later. We've got back-to-back showings all day. Your mother says take whatever medication they recommend.
Oh my
We'll try to stop
God.
by this weekend. That's when I broke. The physical pain, the shock of the accident, and now this ultimate betrayal from the people who were supposed to love me unconditionally. Tears streamed down my face as harsh, painful sobs racked my injured ribs.
Now I'm going to go into
Heather
this
returned with a woman
screen.
who introduced herself as Patricia, the hospital social worker. They both witnessed my breakdown as I clutched my phone, trying to make sense of parents who couldn't be bothered to come to their daughter's bedside after a life-threatening accident. Is there anyone else we can call?
Your
Patricia
granddaddy,
asked gently
girl.
when my sobs subsided enough for conversation. Another relative who might be able to come sign the consent forms. Through tears, I gave them Grandpa Frank's number. Patricia stepped out to make the call while Heather stayed offering quiet comfort and tissues. He's on his way, Patricia reported when she returned. He said he'll be here within the hour. Despite living 45 miles away in a western suburb, Grandpa Frank arrived at the hospital in just under 50 minutes. At 74, he moved with the energy of a much younger man as he rushed to my bedside, his face lined with worry. Elaine, he said, taking my good hand in both of his weathered ones. My dear girl. Those 3 words contained more love than I'd heard from my parents in years. I started crying again, but these tears were different somehow. Grandpa listened intently as Dr. Montgomery explained my injuries and the surgical procedure, asking sharp, relevant questions about recovery time and aftercare. When presented with the consent forms, he read every word before signing with a steady hand. As they prepared to take me to surgery, he leaned down and kissed my forehead. I'll be right here when you wake up, he promised. Then almost to himself, but just loud enough for me to hear, I don't know what's wrong with that son of mine, but this isn't right. Not right at all. In that moment, despite the pain and fear, I felt a curious sense of clarity. The people who truly love you show up when it matters. Everyone else just makes excuses. The last thing I remember before the anesthesia took effect was Grandpa Frank's reassuring smile and the gentle pressure of his hand on mine. When I woke up hours later in the recovery room, groggy and disoriented, the first thing I saw was his familiar silhouette in the chair beside my bed. He'd stayed the entire time. His silver hair was disheveled, reading glasses perched on the end of his nose crossword puzzle, half completed on his lap. He dozed off his chin resting on his chest, but woke immediately when I stirred. There she is, he said with gentle warmth. Welcome back, kiddo. My throat was raw from the breathing tube, but I managed to croak out a question. My parents... A shadow crossed his face. I called them. Left messages letting them know you were in surgery. They haven't returned my calls yet. I closed my eyes, absorbing yet another disappointment. When I opened them again, Grandpa was watching me with such compassion that fresh tears threatened. The doctor says everything went well, he said clearly, trying to focus on positive news. They stopped the bleeding and set your leg properly. You're going to need some physical therapy, but there's no reason you won't make a full recovery.
It's the final game for the Swiss Farm wins the series. Struck out with the cheap seats. Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and great savings.
Yeah, I'm going ham on this green, ain't I? Oh, it's pretty.
For all those interview curveballs.
It's gorgeous. Ooh, girl.
The interview.
Now I think I'm gonna take
Over the next 5 days in the hospital, Grandpa Frank became a fixture in my room.
the
He
slightest
brought
screen.
homemade
So
chicken
far
soup
I've
and
used
thermoses.
this
Hospital
screen,
food won't help
this
anyone feel
screen,
fresh pajamas
this
from my
screen.
apartment.
And I think
If
I'm gonna go
Cassandra
with
had
that
left a
one.
reprieve and an endless patience. He sat with me through painful dressing changes, distracted me with stories of his youth during difficult physical therapy sessions, and kept a running commentary on
that's
the questionable
pretty.
daytime television we watched together. My parents finally sent a text on day 2. Hope you're feeling better. Dad's got a big listing presentation, and Mom's showing 3 properties today. We'll try to visit when things slow down. They didn't visit. Not that day, not the next. Grandpa's face grew increasingly tight each time I checked my phone and tried to hide my disappointment. Nurse Heather became something of a friend during those days. She'd stop by even when she wasn't assigned to me, sometimes bringing an extra pudding cup that was just going to go to waste, or staying a few minutes after her shift to chat. Your grandfather is something special, she commented on the 4th day as she checked my vitals.
Go back
He
into
hasn't
that
left for
green
more
I
than
just
a
put
coffee
on
run
there.
since you got here. He's always been my rock, I admitted, even when I was little. Some people really understand what family means, she said, her eyes flicking to my phone with its notable absence of parental concern. Others need a lesson or two. My physical therapy sessions with Marcus began in the hospital. Painful, exhausting work that left me drenched in sweat and sometimes tears. But Marcus had a gift for knowing exactly when to push and when to ease back, when to distract with
I think I'm
conversation,
going to try this
and when
other
to
one
let
too,
me
on the
focus in
bottom
silence.
here too. This one.
You're doing better than most patients with similar injuries, he encouraged me during a particularly difficult session. That determination will serve you well in recovery. On the 5th day, the discharge planning began. Dr. Montgomery and a team of specialists came to discuss aftercare requirements. You won't be able to manage stairs for at least 6 weeks, the doctor explained. Your apartment building doesn't have an elevator, correct? I nodded, reality sinking in. My 3rd floor walk-up was now completely
Beautiful.
inaccessible to me.
Hey, I love
And
it.
you need assistance with daily activities until your shoulder heals enough for physical therapy to begin, he continued. Is there someone who can stay with you or somewhere else you can stay during recovery? Before I could even process the question, Grandpa Frank spoke up. She's coming home with me. I've already set up the guest room on the main floor. The social worker, Patricia, looked concerned. Mr. Wilson, caring for someone with these injuries is quite demanding. At your age, at my age, I know what matters, he interrupted firmly. I may be 74, but I'm in excellent health. My house is single level with only 2 steps at the entrance that I can build a temporary ramp for.
You go, Grandpa.
Except there for my granddaughter. His certainty left no room for argument.
Okay.
Patricia nodded, making notes in her file. It was
Now
over
we're
the
going to
medical
go
room
into,
that my
look at
phone
that, y'all.
finally rang with
Ooh,
my
that's
parents'
so
number.
pretty.
For a moment, hope flared that perhaps they'd finally realized the severity of the situation. I put the call on speaker so Grandpa could hear too. Elaine, it's Mom. Dad and I were thinking about your situation, and we want you to know we're sorry we haven't been able to visit yet. This spring market is just crazy busy. No question about my condition. No mention of the surgery. Just excuses.
I'm going
The
in with
doctor
this
says I need
Clinique
somewhere to recover, I said,
Clinical
fighting to keep
Repair
my voice
Wrinkle
steady.
Correcting
I can't go
Serum.
back to my apartment because of the stairs. Oh. A pause, then muffled conversation I couldn't make out. Well, honey, you know our schedule is so unpredictable with showings and open houses. And the guest room is full of staging furniture right now. We're just not set up to accommodate someone with medical needs. Grandpa's face darkened, but he remained silent, letting me handle the call. It's fine, I said, surprising myself with how little their rejection hurt after everything else. Grandpa has offered to let me stay with him. Oh, well, that's probably for the best then. Dad says to tell you we'll try to visit on Sunday if the open house wraps up early enough. They didn't visit that Sunday, or the next. Moving into Grandpa Frank's ranch-style house in Elmhurst
Okay, let's
was
look
like
at.
stepping into a warm embrace after years in the cold. He transformed his
So
guest room
can.
into a recovery haven with extra pillows for elevation, a
Okay.
small refrigerator stocked with water and juice, a television he'd moved from his own bedroom, and a bell for emergencies only. But don't hesitate if you need me. Our days fell into a gentle rhythm. Mornings began with Grandpa bringing breakfast
Let's
on a tray.
do
You need protein
some.
to heal before helping
Primer.
to the bathroom, and through basic hygiene
My
routines that were
color,
humbling
my
but
code
necessary given my
from
injuries.
Timu.
Home health
Oops.
nurses came 3 times weekly to check my progress, and Marcus arrived for in-home physical therapy sessions that gradually increased in intensity. Evenings were my favorite time. After dinner, which Grandpa insisted on cooking despite my offers to order delivery, we'd watch old movies or play cards. He taught me gin
I
rummy and
like
cribbage
this
games that
primer,
before
y'all.
you, young people
It
had
is
phones
dewy,
to entertain you.
but it's
Sometimes
very
just telling stories,
moisturizing.
painting vivid pictures of a different era. It was during one of these evening conversations about 2 weeks into my stay that Grandpa finally opened up about my father.
In the furniture business, things move fast. ZipRecruiter helps us hire qualified candidates.
I'm gonna let that soak in there and dry.
We posted a job on ZipRecruiter and had our guys
Clean my
on
hand
site
off. My
in 5
hair
days.
band is
Qualified
slipping.
everywhere. ZipRecruiter finds the best candidates for all
But
our jobs.
anyway,
Dream team. You did it fast. Was that too fast for you?
I don't know what I did with my. Oh shit, y'all! I moved my stuff around again. I'll give you a little tour afterward. Ooh, my eyes are burning. Let's help it dry.
Melanix Conceal Perfect L'Oreal Skin Tint Stick. Smoothing and blurring to perfection.
Arthur was always hungry for more, he said quietly, as we sat in the living room, the remains of our ice cream sundaes on the coffee table between us. Even as a boy, if he got one toy, he wanted 2. If his friend had a bike, he needed a better one. I listened, recognizing the pattern that had continued into adulthood. Your grandmother and I tried to teach him gratitude to appreciate what he had, rather than
Oh, I was
always
gonna get
looking
me
to the
some
next
lip
thing.
stuff, wasn't I?
But some lessons don't take.
Where
He
is it?
sighed, looking at the family photos on his mantle. When he met your mother, I thought maybe she'd balance him. Instead, she adopted his values. Why didn't you ever say anything, I asked. About how they treated you, Grandpa's eyes grew sad. I did in the early years. Told Arthur he was missing what mattered most. He accused me of trying to run his life, said I was jealous of his success. He shook his head. After a while, I realized
This is
confronting
butter
him
lip
only made him
cream
dig in harder. So I focused on being there for
from
you instead. I always wondered why they seemed so different
He
from
covers
you, I admitted. I've worried for years
Ultimate
that I failed somehow at raising
Cosmetics.
him. Grandpa
Anna,
confessed vulnerability,
Tima.
etching deeper lines in his weathered face. That I didn't teach him the right values. But seeing you, Elaine, how you've turned out despite their neglect, maybe I didn't fail completely. In that moment, I realized our
it feels
healing wasn't
good.
just physical. There were older wounds being addressed in this quiet house hurts that
I'm
had
gonna leave
festered
this
for
up
years,
here.
finally getting the attention they deserved.
Okay.
2 weeks after coming
Let's
to stay
go
with
in and-
Grandpa, my parents finally made an appearance. They arrived in my father's BMW, bringing a generic get-well balloon and a box of chocolates with a pharmacy price tag still attached. The visit had clearly been an afterthought, squeezed between other commitments. The house looks smaller than I remember, my father commented, as he entered, glancing around with barely concealed judgment. Not everyone needs 4,000
I'm just gonna use
square
this as
feet
a
to be happy,
concealer.
Arthur Grandpa replied mildly, though I caught the edge in his voice. My mother made a show of concern, fussing with my blanket and asking surface-level questions about my recovery. My father paced the living room, checking his watch repeatedly. So, when do they think you can get back to work? He asked, cutting through my explanation of physical therapy progress. You don't want to lose that job, small as it is. The
Ooh.
doctors say at least another month before part-time would be possible, I explained. My firm has been understanding. They're holding my position. A month? He looked genuinely shocked. That seems excessive for a few broken bones. She nearly died, Arthur Grandpa said quietly. The internal bleeding was substantial. My father waved a dismissive hand.
Damn.
Well, the important thing is getting back to normal as quickly as possible. You can't afford to be seen as unreliable in the workforce. The visit lasted exactly 47 minutes. As they prepared to leave, I overheard them in the kitchen while Grandpa helped them locate their coats. This is so inconvenient, my father muttered, thinking I couldn't hear from the
Damn.
living room. We could have used her
That was
help
hard
with
to get
the
on
sewing
there.
lessons. At least your father is handling it, my mother replied. Can you imagine if she'd expected to stay with us? With our schedule?
Oh
They
my
left
God.
with hollow promises to check in soon,
Oh, it's
and
loud,
vague
isn't it?
mentions of possibly stopping by the following weekend. The door had barely closed behind them when Grandpa returned to the living room, his expression carefully neutral. They mean well, he offered, though neither of us believed it. Do they? I asked softly. He had no answer. The next day brought a new worry. Mail that Cassandra had collected from my apartment included several medical bills and insurance statements. Despite having decent health insurance through my employer, the accident was generating substantial costs. The drunk driver who hit me had been uninsured, which complicated matters further. As I sorted through the paperwork spread across the dining room table, the reality of my
It's kinda
financial
light, isn't it?
situation became increasingly
It
clear.
doesn't look
Between
light.
medical bills, ongoing rent for an apartment, I couldn't use car payments for a vehicle that was now totaled, and regular living expenses, my modest savings wouldn't last long, and I couldn't return to work for at least another month. We'll figure it out, Grandpa assured me when he found me staring at the numbers in dismay, one step at a time. I was making calls to my insurance company the next day when I discovered something troubling. The representative mentioned communications they'd had with my parents regarding my claim. I'm sorry, what communications? I asked, confused. According to our notes, your parents contacted us 3 days after the accident to discuss settlement options, the representative explained. As beneficiaries on your policy, they were inquiring about how funds would be dispersed.
Oh my God.
Ice formed in my stomach. Beneficiaries. I never listed them as beneficiaries. A pause on the line. They're listed here as secondary contacts and financial proxies authorized approximately 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
That's very
When
light,
I first
isn't it?
started at the law firm, and my father had helped me set up my benefits package, he'd insisted it was complicated and offered to walk me through it. I've been grateful for the assistance, never suspecting he would add himself and my mother as financial proxies without my knowledge.
Maybe
Further
this one on
investigations
top of
revealed
it.
they'd been in
I think
regular
this one's got
contact
some
with both
glow
my health
to
and
it.
auto insurance companies, positioning themselves to manage
This
any
is
settlements or
L'Oreal.
payouts.
Let's see the
They
color
even
of this.
contacted my apartment building's management about terminating my lease given the circumstances. With shaking hands, I called them directly. For once, my father answered on the first ring. Elaine, I was just about to call you. Great news on the insurance front. I think we can get them to offer a reasonable settlement for your car. Why are you listed as a beneficiary on my policies? I asked, cutting to the chase. A pause. Well, that's just practical. You're young. You don't understand how these things work. Insurance
Her own
companies
father's
try
trying to
minimize
rip her.
payouts.
What is
They
that?
need to deal with someone who knows the system.
Ever find yourself
Her own
reading a
father's
full
trying to
paper,
rip her
struggling to
off.
paraphrase a complex sentence without losing its meaning? I'll show you how I can
That's
use Grammarly
fucked
to
up.
paraphrase it so it fits more seamlessly into my paper.
This one's a little
First,
better
I
color
select the
for me.
text I want to paraphrase from a website I'm on and copy and paste it into my doc. Then
This
I
is
click the Grammarly
L'Oreal.
icon and select shorten it.
It's got
Grammarly
kind of
provides
an
a
orange
trimmed-down
hue
sentence
to
that
it.
keeps the main point intact. I review the suggestion and click insert to add it to my doc. Or if I
But
don't
it
like the way
does
the
look
new sentence
better.
sounds, I can click
See the
rephrase
this side
to
to
get a
that
new version
side.
of the same idea. Now, because I'm rewording text from an original source, I need to cite my sources. There you go. That's how Grammarly and AI assistants can help you paraphrase and transform your writing to make it sharper and more effective, all while
I
ensuring
like
that
it.
your work is still your own.
It still needs some glow though. It don't got no glow. I might have to bring some more shit in, y'all.
Dime. Healthy, beautiful skin for every you.
Someone like a real estate agent with no legal training, I couldn't keep the edge from my voice. Now, Elaine, don't be ungrateful. Your mother and I are trying to help. These medical bills are going to be substantial. We're thinking you should consider moving home where we can keep an eye on your finances until you're back on your feet. The truth hit me like a physical blow. You want control of my settlement money. Don't be ridiculous, he snapped, but there was something in his tone that confirmed my suspicion. We're your parents. We're looking out for your interests.
Oh my God.
What are you planning to use the money for, Dad? I pressed. Another pause, longer this time. If you must know, we've been presented with an opportunity to expand the business. A second office location in Oak Park.
Damn. That's fucking crazy what they're doing. I need some bronzer, y'all. I don't know where I put it. There it
My
is.
voice rose despite the pain it caused my feeling ribs.
I'm gonna use this one from
Elaine, he said, as if explaining to a child,
Dollar Tree.
everything we do benefits you in the long run. This accident, unfortunate as it is, presented
I just
a
need
timely
some glow.
opportunity. I hung up without another word. Then I sat on Grandpa's couch and sobbed until my chest ached and my throat was raw. All the years of emotional neglect crystallized in this final betrayal. My own parents saw my near-death experience as a financial opportunity for themselves.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Grandpa found me there curled into myself
Whoa.
despite the pain it caused my healing bones. What happened? He asked, alarmed by my state. Through broken sentences, I explained what I discovered. His face grew more thunderous with each word, until I barely recognized my gentle grandfather in the angry man before me. This ends now, he said when I finished his voice, quiet but filled with determination. I've stood by too long watching them treat you this way. I could barely breathe through the pain and emotion, but somehow managed to ask, what can we do? First you rest, he said, helping me lie back against the pillows. Then
Yeah,
tomorrow
that's
we
the
call my
color
old
with this
friend Adam.
bronzer.
He practiced family law for 40 years before retiring. He'll know exactly what steps to take. As I drifted into exhausted sleep that night,
Oh, that's
one thought
pretty.
brought a strange sense of peace.
$1.25, y'all.
Free from the toxic bond that had masqueraded as parental love for 25 years.
Oh, that's
Alan
pretty.
Reynolds arrived at Grandpa's house the next morning.
I never
A
really
tall,
knew what to
distinguished
do
man
with
silver
bronzer
hair and
drops.
keen blue eyes behind
Because I
wire-rimmed
thought,
glasses.
damn, that's
Despite being
really
retired for
dark,
5
deep
years, he
color.
carried a leather briefcase and had the sharp assessing
But
gaze I
that
recognized
is
from the attorneys at my firm.
gorgeous.
Frank has been my friend for nearly 50 years.
That's my
he
color.
explained as we sat at the dining room table. When he called about your situation, I knew it was serious. He's not one for exaggeration. For the next 2 hours, Alan listened intently as I explained the history with my parents, their financial interference, and the current situation with
Wow,
insurance.
I'm liking
He
that.
took meticulous notes, occasionally asking clarifying questions that revealed his legal expertise. What you're describing is a concerning pattern of financial control and potential fraud, he said when I finished. While you're an adult and not in need of legal emancipation in the traditional sense, there are steps we can take to formally separate your finances from your parents' influence. He outlined several options from simply removing them as beneficiaries to more comprehensive legal notifications that would prevent them from claiming any authority over my affairs. The most concerning aspect is their unauthorized access to your account,
that's
Alan
pretty.
noted. That crosses several legal boundaries.
Now I want to brighten that
particularly
up
if you are
again,
positioning
though.
yourselves to redirect funds
You know,
without your knowledge
just
or
use it.
consent. We developed
So
a
I'm
multi-step plan.
gonna go
First,
in with
I would need
this
to review all my financial
other one
documents to
right
identify
here and
every
just kind
account
of go
where they
in
might have access.
to my
Next, we would
T-zone.
create new accounts at different institutions where they had no history or connections. Finally, we would prepare formal legal notification of financial separation to be delivered to them and all relevant financial institutions. I'd also
Oh, that's
recommend
pretty.
executing a new power of attorney document, Alan suggested. Given your recent medical situation, having someone you trust, empowered to make decisions if you're incapacitated, is prudent. Currently, as your next of kin, your parents would have default authority in many situations. The suggestion made perfect sense. I'd want Grandpa, I said immediately, glancing at him. If you're willing... Of course, he replied without hesitation. After Alan
There's
left
my
with
T-zone.
promises to draft the necessary
A little bit more
documents,
up here, though.
I reached out to Jessica, my college friend, who now worked as a financial advisor. She agreed to come by after work to help review my financial situation.
Where's my...
With Google Play Games, you can play online.
I guess right there.
Unlock bigger screens.
I like this, y'all. It's CoverGirl, Olay, and Olay. Simply Ageless.
Mobile and PC with
And I just use it as a brightener around my face. But that's okay, you know. That is quite okay. Now let's go in for a bronzer.
Soon is
too
and see if
soon to
this
start
got any
preparing for
color,
Halloween?
because that's kind of light.
Trick question. Never. Start now with Halloween at Kohl's. Save on household must-haves, cozy throws, and more. Plus, get $10 off $50 spent at Kohl's and Kohl's.com.
Y'all believe it's already
I
the
knew her parents were
27th
intense about money, she
of
commented as we
October?
pored over statements and policies. But this is another level. They've basically created backdoor access to nearly every financial aspect of your life.
Oh,
With
that is
Jessica's
pretty.
help,
It
I
is
began
dark
the
enough.
process of financial disentanglement. New bank accounts were opened. Insurance policies were updated with Jessica listed as my financial advisor of record. Credit monitoring was established to alert me to any new attempts to access my information. Throughout this process, my support network continued to grow. Nurse Heather stopped by on her day off, bringing homemade cookies and offering to drive me to appointments. My boss Martin called regularly with updates from work and assurances that my job was secure. Take the time you need to heal properly, he insisted. Your desk will be waiting.
Oh, it's so
Cassandra had been
pretty.
maintaining my apartment,
It's not
collecting
very
mail and watering the few plants that had survived my
dark,
inconsistent
but
care.
it's enough.
Your landlord asked about your plans, she reported during one visit. I told him you were focusing on recovery, but
This is
definitely planning to return.
Revolution.
He seemed understanding. The physical aspects of recovery continued alongside these practical preparations.
There's its pretty color.
Marcus
Isn't that
increased
pretty?
the intensity of my therapy sessions, pushing me further each time. You're healing faster than expected, he noted with approval. That determination is paying off. While my body grew stronger, I also began addressing the emotional damage. Dr. Rivera, a therapist recommended by Patricia from the hospital, began weekly sessions at Grandpa's house. What you're describing is a pattern of emotional neglect that's existed your entire life, she observed during our second session. The
Oh,
financial
that's so
control
pretty.
is
Oh,
simply
look at that.
another
Ooh, look at the
manifestation of
creasing
their
under my
fundamental
eyes,
respect
though.
for your autonomy. These conversations were painful but necessary, forcing me to confront
My
the
hair
reality
things
of
come
my parents'
all the way
behavior,
off,
rather
y'all.
than the idealized version
And
I'd
now we're
clung
going to
to for
use this
years.
make. I did get
I
that
kept making
sticky stuff
excuses for them
mostly
until
off,
during one particularly difficult
but
session,
not all the
telling
way.
myself they were
Let's see if
just
this will
busy,
bring it
or
off.
that they showed love differently, or
Oh,
that I was too
hey.
demanding. That's very common
Okay.
in children of emotionally neglectful parents, Dr. Rivera explained. It's often
Makeup
easier to blame
Revolution.
ourselves than to accept that the people who should
Y'all
love
look
us
at that
unconditionally
color.
are incapable of doing
Y'all
so.
know me now.
Gradually, I began to
Wow.
understand that true family isn't defined by blood, but by actions.
Oh, that's
The people who had shown up for me
gorgeous.
during this crisis,
Look at that.
Grandpa, Frank, Cassandra, Heather Martin, even Marcus, had demonstrated more genuine care than my parents ever had.
Wow.
You're building what therapists sometimes call a chosen family doctor, Rivera noted. People connected by love and mutual respect rather than genetic
Just work that
obligation.
blush down
By
into
the
my
end of the
bronzer
third week after the accident,
and my
all the
bronzer
pieces were
up
in place.
into my
Alan had
blush.
prepared a comprehensive packet of legal
Damn,
documents,
that's pretty.
including
I like it a
notification of
lot.
removal as insurance
It's
beneficiaries of
gorgeous.
contacts and contacts, revocation of any previous authorizations
Okay,
for
now
financial
we're going to go
decisions,
into the
new power of
slightest
attorney
one.
documents naming Grandpa Frank for both medical and financial
And it's
decisions,
Makeup Revolution.
a formal cease and desist regarding any attempt to access my financial information. These have no legal requirement to be delivered in person, Alan explained as we reviewed the final documents. But there's sometimes value in a face-to-face delivery, particularly in family
Oh,
matters.
that's pretty.
It leaves no room for claims of miscommunication. The decision to confront my parents directly wasn't made lightly.
Wow, that's
After lengthy
gorgeous, y'all.
discussions with Grandpa, Alan, and Dr. Rivera, I concluded
Now
it
let's
was
do
a
some
necessary step in my healing
highlighter.
process. You've spent years being
I'm going
dismissed
to use
and
this
talked
one
over
on
by
my
them, Dr.
cheeks.
Rivera observed. Speaking your truth directly on your terms can be a powerful
Wow, that
recognition
is
of your
very
autonomy.
pigmented. Look at
Grandpa
that.
supported whatever I decided, but offered a piece of wisdom that ultimately
Wow.
convinced me some conversations
Ooh.
need to happen in person. Not for them, but for
Ooh.
you. So there's no doubt in your mind that you stood up for yourself. The meeting was set for Saturday afternoon at Grandpa's house. Alan would be
Did y'all
present
get a
as
little
legal
carried
witness.
away? No?
The
Okay,
papers
thank
were
you.
organized in a blue folder, each
Now we're gonna go
requiring
in for this
signatures
white one.
acknowledging receipt. The night before I sat on the porch, swing with Grandpa watching
I'm
the
going
sunset
into this
paint
one
the
right
sky
here.
in shades of pink and gold. Are you nervous about tomorrow? He asked. Terrified, I admitted, but also relieved. Like something that's been weighing on me for years is finally being addressed. He nodded, understanding in his eyes. That's how the truth feels sometimes. Scary but freeing.
Wow, that's
What if
pretty,
they
y'all. Look
refuse
at
to
that.
sign or make a scene? Then they'll
That's
have shown
gorgeous.
their true colors
Okay.
one more time, he
Now,
said simply. And you'll know
let's
even
see
more,
what green
certain
we're
that you're
gonna go
making the right
into.
decision.
I got this
As
one
the
from
stars began to
Believe
appear in the
Beauty.
darkening sky, I realized I was ready to stand
It
up
is
for myself in a way I never had before. Not with anger or vengeance, but with the quiet
Pin
strength
thing.
of someone who finally understands her own worth. 3 weeks to the day after my accident,
Ooh.
I sat in Grandpa's living room waiting for my parents to arrive. My physical recovery had progressed remarkably. I'd graduated from a wheelchair to crutches. My shoulder pain had diminished to a dull ache, and the surgical incision was
I just
healing
put it on the
cleanly.
back of my hand and
The
then put
emotional
the
preparation had been more challenging
tip
but equally
into it.
necessary.
It's the final game, folks. This one wins the series. Struck out with the cheap seats. Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and great savings. Here, take mine. We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I got a spot right there. It's not covered. There we go. Oh, that one kind of looks crazy right there. What happened?
The blue folder containing the legal documents sat
That's
on the coffee
pretty.
table between us. Alan had arrived 30 minutes early to review the procedure once more. Remember, you're not asking for permission, he reminded me. You're notifying
That's
them
pretty,
the decision's
huh?
already made. Stay calm, be direct, and don't get drawn into justifications or arguments.
I think I want to do
Grandpa
this
had
one
arranged
too.
the furniture to create a formal setting.
With that
I sat
green.
in an armchair facing the door with Grandpa and Alan positioned slightly
Oh,
behind
that's
me on
pretty.
either side. The arrangement wasn't accidental. It physically represented the support I now had. When the doorbell rang at exactly 2 o'clock, my heart jumped into my throat. Grandpa squeezed my shoulder gently before going to answer the door. I heard my father's voice first.
Wow.
Dad, this formal meeting seems unnecessary. If Elaine needs to discuss something, a simple phone call would have sufficed.
No, it wouldn't.
Some conversation
You greedy
deserves more
bastard.
respect than a phone call. Arthur Grandpa replied, his tone neutral but firm. My parents entered the living room with the confident air of people accustomed to controlling every situation. My father wore his business casual attire, pressed khakis and a polo shirt with his real estate company logo. My mother had dressed more formally in a blazer
Ooh.
and pencil skirt, as if attending a property closing. Their expressions shifted subtly when they noticed Alan. My father's eyes narrowed with immediate suspicion. "What's this about?" he asked, looking directly at me. "And who is this gentleman?" "This is Alan Reynolds, a family law attorney and Grandpa's friend," I replied, keeping my voice steady. "Please sit down." They exchanged a quick glance before taking seats on the sofa opposite me. Neither of them had asked how I was feeling or commented on my improved mobility. "First business must be going well if you can afford an attorney," my father said with a tight smile. "Though I'm not sure why you'd need legal counsel for a family discussion. I asked you here today because we need to address some important matters," began ignoring his comment. "Specifically, your involvement in my financial affairs without my knowledge or consent." My mother's smile faltered. "I don't know what you mean, honey. We've only tried to help. Going behind my back to contact my insurance companies and position yourselves to control my settlement money isn't help," I stated flatly. "It's interference and potentially fraud." My father's face hardened. "Now wait just a minute. As my parents, I interrupted, surprising myself with my firmness. "You were supposed to support and protect me. Instead, you've consistently put your own interests first, never more clearly than when you refused to come to the hospital when I nearly died." The directness of my statement seemed to momentarily stun them both. "We had commitments," my mother began weakly. "Property showings I finished for her. I remember. Can't this wait? We're busy. Those were Dad's exact words when I needed emergency surgery consent. My father shifted uncomfortably. You're taking that out of context. We didn't realize. It doesn't matter what you realized or didn't realize, I said. What matters is what you did, or rather what you didn't do. And it's part of a pattern that's existed my entire life.
I think I want to do this
I
one
reached for the blue
because
folder
it's bigger
and placed it on the
and
coffee
it don't
table
taste
between
so
us,
fucking long.
sliding it toward them. These documents formalize the separation of our financial affairs. They remove you both as beneficiaries and contacts on all my insurance policies, bank accounts, and legal matters. They revoke any previous authorizations you may have had to act on my behalf. And they name Grandpa Frank as my power of attorney for both medical and financial decisions should I become incapacitated in the future. My father didn't touch the folder. Instead, his face flushed with anger. This is ridiculous. We're your parents. Being a
Then
parent
act
is
like
more
it.
than biology, I replied calmly. It's showing up when it matters. It's putting your child's needs before your own. It's something I've experienced more from Grandpa in the past 3 weeks than from either of you in 25 years. My mother's eyes filled with tears. You can't mean that. Everything we've done has been for you, for your future. No, I said gently but firmly. It's been for yourselves. Even this accident became an opportunity for your business expansion. You saw my tragedy as a financial windfall for yourselves. My father stood abruptly. I won't sit here and be accused by my own daughter. This is absurd. Your grandfather has clearly poisoned you against us. Grandpa, who had remained silent until now, spoke up. Arthur, your daughter nearly died. While you were showing houses, I was sitting in a hospital waiting room praying she'd survive surgery. While you were expanding your business, I was helping her through physical therapy. This isn't about me or what I've said. This is about what you've done or failed to do for your own daughter. Stay out of this, Dad, my father
Fuck
snapped.
you, old
This
man.
has always been your problem, thinking you know better than everyone else. Well, we've built a successful business without your approval or help.
Y'all know me. I gotta put some on the top. I think I'm gonna go in with this gold
This
one,
isn't about the
y'all.
business I interjected bringing the focus back. This is about our relationship and the boundaries I'm now establishing. I need you to review and sign these documents acknowledging receipt. And if we refuse, my father challenged. Alan spoke for the first time. The documents will still be legally binding and will be filed appropriately. Your signature merely acknowledges receipt. Refusal to sign doesn't negate their validity. My father glared at him before turning back to me. So, this is how you repay us for everything you've done. 25 years of providing for you, giving you opportunities, building a business that could have secured your future. His words might once have filled me with guilt. Now I recognize them for what they were: manipulation. I'm not doing this to hurt you, I said truthfully. I'm doing this to protect myself and to establish healthy boundaries. I would still like to have a relationship with you both, but it needs to be one based on mutual respect. Respect? My father laughed bitterly. You ambush us with legal documents and talk about respect. Yes, respect, I affirmed. The kind that means you ask before making yourself a beneficiary.
Here it is, y'all.
The kind that means you show up at the hospital when your daughter is critically injured. The kind that had to find elsewhere.
I like it.
Wasn't available from you. My mother reached for the folder with trembling hands. Let's just look at what she's asking Arthur. He grabbed her wrist, stopping
Looks
her.
good, huh?
This is emotional
I like
manipulation.
it. It looks
See that?
great.
She's upset about the accident and lashing
I didn't
out.
do a lipstick,
I
though.
took a deep breath, steadying myself. I'm not lashing out. I've given this careful thought over several weeks. These decisions aren't made in anger, but in self-preservation. I met his gaze directly. And they're not negotiable. Something in my tone must have conveyed my resolve, because my father's expression shifted anger, giving way to something like shock. You're serious about this, he said, not quite a question.
I needed some lipstick, don't I? I gotta go up here. Okay, I'll show y'all my stuff going on here. I got all my lip glosses here and lip stains, and then also in here, except for these three are empty, so yeah. And then I put my, this is my essence drawer right here. And then this one is my glam light. And this one down here is just face stuff, face care. And up here I have all my tubes of foundation and skin tints. And then here I have my full face foundations and satin drops, and then cream foundations. And then here I have bronzers. And then here I have powders and pressed powders. And here is my glowy stuff. Well, most of it. And this is what I used today, L'Oreal, to make it darker, and then bronzer. And then here I just have my wipe stuff. And here I have my primers, setting sprays, color correctors, eye stuff, and concealers. And then here I have AOA stuff, as well as in here. And then this is still the same, my eyeshadows. And there. And in here I have my LA Color stuff. And then here I have face palettes that have blush, eyeshadows, shimmers, all that stuff. And then here I have Wet n Wild. And then here I have my blushes. And then here I have my Profusion. I love Profusion. And here I have some more Profusion. And then here I just have some extra brushes. And then here I have my lipsticks. So let's grab a lipstick. I think I want to try this one. Hi, what's y'all doing? How you doing? Okay, let's see if we can put you back in here without, oops, pushing any buttons. Okay, there we go. Now this lipstick I got from Temu too. But look at the color of it. I think it'll go really good with this blush.
Felt strangely peaceful after my parents left. Alan stayed for a cup of coffee, reviewing what had occurred and ensuring
like an orange
were properly signed. You handled that
pink to it.
Well, he said before departing. Standing up to family is often the hardest thing to do. That night, exhaustion caught up with me.
That's pretty, huh?
The emotional toll of the confrontation combined with my still
Anyway, y'all, this is it. This is my look. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. You like my channel and my videos. I enjoy doing videos. Leave me a comment. I love my comments. And share my channels with your loved ones, friends, family, all of that, okay? And have a great Monday. October's already almost over with. I can't believe it's the 27th. Okay, y'all. Bye for now. Kooky Kelly out. Bye.